relaxing weekend. Here, of course, on the mid-morning show, we have a long-running travel series, and it's called Wish You Were There. I mean, let's face it, it's been running a bit longer than any of us ever imagined, but after last week's news that Portugal was being moved to the amber list, a lot of your holidays are in upheaval again. And today, the travel website On The Beach has published a report claiming that holiday makers whose trips are being cancelled are not being offered a cash refund, which is a legal requirement. Journalist and TV presenter Anna Richardson has been involved in the research, and she joined me earlier.
Well, this is really interesting, isn't it? Because I've been working with a company called On The Beach, who are a leading holiday company, and they noticed a worrying trend in the cancellations around holidays over the last 12 months due to the pandemic. And I am one of those people, by the way, one of those consumers that has had a holiday cancelled. And what On The Beach noticed is that consumers are being offered what's called an RCN, which is a refund credit note for their cancelled holiday rather than their money back. And again, Muggins here, yep, that's exactly what I got as well. And we didn't know, consumers don't know that they're actually legally entitled to their money back. So it's quite a shocking report that On The Beach have been doing into these cancellations. And the reason we're talking today is because they want to get the message out there to consumers to say you are legally entitled to your cash back. If you've had an RCN, go back to your holiday provider, get your money back. If that's what you want, you're entitled to it.
This is fascinating because we booked a holiday and at the start of the pandemic. We were supposed to be going in the June. We actually did get our money back eventually. But I think as this thing has rolled on, a lot of pressure on the travel companies, and consequently, I suppose this kind of, retains the customer by offering this refund credit note. But certainly as a consumer, I just want my money back.
Well, of course. I mean, look, we're not going into sort of bashing the industry here, because you're quite right to say that it's been utter chaos for everybody. And clearly, if every single travel company offered every single customer immediately their money back, then there's going to be many, many businesses that go under. So you can understand why they've offered the RCNs in the first place. However, what some companies haven't been clear about is the fact that there's a choice. You can have your refund credit note, which is an IOU, or you could have your money back. And I think that many, many consumers would have liked to have had that choice, rather than being pushed into the direction of accepting an RCN, which they now might not be able to use. So, think about it. If you're an average family of four, you've saved up an awful lot of money to go on your holiday abroad. It's been cancelled due to COVID. You get offered this refund credit note. But here we are a year later, where we still don't know what's going on with the traffic light system, where we can go, where we can't go. There's going to be many, many families really that could do with that money back, and maybe they'd prefer to spend it in the UK instead.
In terms of these companies that are using this option, this refund credit note, I suppose they're not doing anything illegal, but they are, we must stress this, legally obliged, if you don't want that, to give you your money. What if you've already been given one of these credit notes? Can you swap it back for the cash?
You can. Look, it's our legal right. So even if we've accepted an RCN, it may well be that you weren't given the choice in the first place. And in fact, the research shows that around 50% of people had no idea anyway that they were entitled to their money back. And only around 43% of people in the report claim that their travel company offered them the money back anyway. So there's a lot of people out there who are very, very confused. So yes, what On The Beach is saying is, listen, go back to your travel provider, ask for your money back if that's what you want, because you're entitled to it. And you can also go to the website holidayrefunds.co.uk. There's more information on there. But the key message is, look, if you're happy with your RCN, your refund credit note, cool, hang on to it. But if you're not, and actually now's the time that, maybe cash is a little bit tight, or you're not sure when you're going on holiday again, go back to your holiday provider. You can have your money back.
This is very sound advice, because I think a few weeks ago, we're all feeling really, really super confident. And of course, we have the new variants here now, and things have changed somewhat. And we're not quite sure where we're heading until about the 14th, isn't it? When we'll find out if the 21st is happening. And it's just so uncertain, isn't it?
And you know what? I mean, in fairness to On the Beach as well, I have to take my hat off to those guys because they are a business. They're a travel business. They're a holiday business, and they've said we are going to stop selling all holidays abroad until September because it's just chaos. We don't know what's going on, so we'd rather be open with consumers about that. And what they're trying to do is build back consumer confidence in the travel industry. So, I sort of think hats off to them with that. You're quite right to say we don't know what's going on. So, hang on to your hats. Maybe don't book a holiday at the moment. And if you have booked one and you've got your RCN, go and get your money back.
Fantastic. I must ask, did you manage to rebook a holiday, or are you just stuck with an RCN? Have you got plans? Where are you going? What are you doing?
Well, a little bit like you guys. I mean, I'm interested to know, was it a bit of a fight for you to get your money back?
Well, my other half, she basically just contacted them. It took a few weeks, but it wasn't a massive fight. Actually, they were very good, I have to say. So it wasn't too bad.
Excellent, but it still took time for you to get it back. So the same with me, that I was offered an RCN. I didn't realise that I was offered my money back, that I could have my money back. And so I've gone back to my company to say, oh, hold on a second, actually, I'd quite like a refund now, please. And, it took a little bit of toing and froing, but I have got my money back. I'm pleased to say they've been very good.
That's excellent. One thing I must say that brings your Channel 4 programme to mind was a moment when I did go on holiday. It was to the Canaries, and I stumbled upon a beach, and there was no one there. And I went onto the beach and was having a lovely time, and I kind of fell asleep in the sun. And when I woke up, other people had arrived. What I didn't realise was that I was the only person on that beach with clothing on. So it was that kind of beach. I must confess, I didn't join in because I'm British and I'm a bit prudish, but I'm loving naked attraction because I think you're hopefully encouraging us not to be so prudish about the fact that, it's just a body.
Do you know what, Tammy? I honestly thought you were going to say that the other way around. I thought you were going to say you were on the beach, you took all your clothes off, and then you woke up and everybody else had their clothes on.
Come on, girl. They had brilliant all-over suntans. I'll give them that. Anyway,
I bet they did. Now listen, get your kit off. That's my final word on the matter.
We love you, Anna Richardson.
Love you right back. See you soon.
She's brilliant, isn't she? You can catch her on Naked Attraction on Channel 4. That's journalist and TV presenter Anna Richardson, who's been involved in this research about getting your money back for a holiday. Are you in that situation? Have you been offered one of these refund credit note malarkeys? And did you take it thinking, well, that was it? That's all you were legally obliged to accept? It's not the case. You can legally ask for your money back. And that's that. And I think it's important that we reiterate these things. And it is really difficult. We gave, credit to all of the travel companies who are struggling. The advice is changing minute by minute, day by day. Such is a global pandemic. It is just what it is, I suppose. But as far as your consumer rights are concerned, you are entitled to the cash back. Are you struggling to get your money back? Are you in a situation where you've been offered one of these kind of refund credit notes? Do let me know if you want to get in touch. Nice and easy. 81333 on the text.